Hey there, you nasty motherfuckers. How's it going? I don't know how to fucking ever open a video properly. How do people normally do on YouTube? What do I even watch on YouTube these days? Anyway, we're back with more Apollo Justice. We last left off. What did we do? We had a long day of investigating. There was a yellow magician that I didn't like. There was, piano. There was a shark man. There was Lemoire fainting in the contrabass case, and I got scared. I don't know. Okay, that should be a good enough recap, right? Y'all get it. Y'all understand. Anyway, I didn't really think ahead of like how I want to be feeling during this session. I just finished work and I was like, let's play Ace Attorney. Let's play the game. And here I am playing the game. You know, if you've been watching the series, thanks. I'm impressed. My heater is making noises. I turned it off because it gets too loud, but I'm definitely gonna get cold. Today is a very cold day and I'm already cold. So I'm hopefully not going to get sick. But at least if I get sick in here, I'll know it's gonna be a cold and not COVID. I hope y'all safer out there. Anyway, we got a game to play. No more talking. We're in court now. It's our second day of court? Or is it our second day of court? Second day of trial. Voice acting, right? Yes, I always forget. Get into gear, me.
Well, this is it.
Is that right? Doesn't matter.
Today's the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday.
Oh, right. He cut our meeting short with Machi. Right.
This meeting's over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that.
Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy, we're leaving.
Darian, wait!
I never liked you. Either of you. You see, he has poor taste. That's why when fucking Lemoire was like, he's the one who did it, it's clear that he's the killer. Look at him. He doesn't even like good children. Huh?
Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice.
Ooh, an early eek without my voice breaking. Hey, look at that. I'm capable.
What was that?
He is heard but unseen. Who's this?
Who's that talking?
Is it? Oh god. It's too early for you. Also, bang. You shouldn't be shooting anything that would make a banging sound in a courtroom.
Valid grammar. Using the door like an average muggle, no less.
Muggle? What are you trying to tell me? Is Apollo a Harry Potter fan?
You aren't a witness today, are you, Uncle Valid?
A preposterous proposition. How could I stand to stand upon the stand? Why, my secrets would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day, he says as he strolls into the courtroom. What?
Oh, with vanishing magic?
Indeed. I will jump upon an express train and express myself onto the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning.
Warning? What?
Okay, I thought I heard footsteps behind me and I got really scared. Is there a ghost? Maybe no ghost. A grand glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth.
Glamour?
A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. Miss Trucy, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket. Also, I noticed in the previous sessions as I was editing them that I go really fast. And I don't give myself a breather at all when I go through these lines. I click it and the millisecond I finish saying it, I'm on to the next line already. I go really fast. I think that's why my eyes get tired after playing for like an hour-ish or so, because I think I because I'm reading so fast, because I don't give myself a break to like pause and let my eyes rest or something, that I think the constant darting because I'm reading so fast is making my eyes tired. Which sounds stupid. I'm gonna see if I can try to slow down a little bit, but that's probably not going to happen because with force of habit, I don't even know if that's the case. It could be my eyesight's failing me. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I would like to see, you know. We'll see. And there he goes. He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing. Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show without one. The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually it involves cutting up things or something elephants or the Eiffel Tower. Anything really. See, this is another thing. If I'm trying to slow down how fast I say things, I'm gonna not be able to say sentences like that. If I had to slow down for Stickler, oh my gosh. So he's talking about... What? So he was talking about what we saw at the concert. Lamort's disappearing act. And Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar. I wonder what he meant by being at the... What? God, I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all this happened. Well, it's about time. Shall we go?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
The scheduled starting time for the trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Huh? Did something happen? This is a first.
It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business.
Oh, great. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas.
Apparently, he's visiting the hospital again.
The hospital?
I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently, his condition worsened considerably this morning.
The Chief Justice's son. Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning? The judge said he had to go visit him after the trial.
There's an article about it in the newspaper. Apparently the bailiff's just carrying around a newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself.
Newspaper article added to the court record. Incuritis. Where have I heard that before? Incuritis syndrome, first case in country. You like how they wrote it, the title here, and then they rewrote it again here? Because that's how newspapers do it.
I'll let you read the article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV guide page to me.
Try not to lose the page with the funnies if you can. Remember TVs? Remember when those were a thing? Remember how it was normal for people to have TVs in their house with cable? Or, cable? What is it normal? What do they have that's not cable? Satellite? Satellite dishes? You don't have that in the house, but you have like people have that set. What? Is cable no, cable's not satellite, is it? Whatever. I don't, whatever.
My apologies for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of, how do you say his name again?
Machi Tobaye, our suspect fortissimo. As always, when you start a new session, I don't remember the voices, I will hopefully fall into one, regardless of if it sounds good or not. Do you get tired of me saying that? People who are watching, do you get tired of me always making excuses for my lack of voice acting variety? Or like, you know, skill? Like, I get tired of myself saying it all the time, but I can't help but say it because I feel like I need to clarify that I know I'm not good. But I try my best. And my best, as in my best as a casual player. That's what I mean.
Right, it's his trial in any case.
The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready to rock.
Is something wrong, Your Honor?
No. Well, yes. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
Incuritis, was it? That article said that there's no known cure.
You imagine fucking in real life coming up with an illness, or not coming up with an illness, finding an illness and then calling it incuritis. Doesn't that doom it from the start? Because then like you're like bound to never find a cure for it. And if you do find a cure for it, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna change the name of it suddenly? You shouldn't call it that. You know? It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. It's meant to tell you that there's just no cure for it. Yeah. Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for law. Now he's sounding like Valent. he's got a little bit of Valent in his voice, whatever. Indeed. We left off at quite the juncture yesterday. Junction, what's your function? What's that from? Is that from something? I think there was like an old cartoon show or something that like was politics related. I asked Interpol about that number. IPXS 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche. Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help. Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Wait! That voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him?
That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian.
No way. Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought Darian would guest star in the season's cliffhanger as a suspect? I asked the prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings.
Darian Crescent is a member of my band, the Gaviniers. He is also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. And yet, after the investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case or file new charges. And your reason is? Weren't you aware, Airforehead? He has an impeccable alibi.
An alibi?
Let us review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. The Gaviniers ripped up the stage during the first set. Hey, wait a minute, is that Trucy in the front over there? Is that supposed to be Trucy and Apollo? I didn't realize you could see them in the crowd. That's a cute touch. That's great. For the second set, our guests took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself, Lemoire, and Machi, along with a drummer and bassist, for a total of 5. I didn't see anyone. There's no drummer there. You're lying. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the 3rd set. Lemoire and the defendant, Machi Tobaya, had left the stage at that point, and the Gaviniers were already rocking. This is when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you.
And Apollo, you heard them too, right?
I sure did. Furthermore, Lemoire herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime, when she claims to have heard Mr. Latouche and Detective Crescent talking.
But that's impossible. Detective Crescent was...
Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. Voila! A perfect alibi! Oh, what? Damn it. I was waiting for him to blink. Okay, I've been trying to use their blinkings as cues to like go to the next sentence. He didn't blink at all that time. I was like, what? Damn it. You ruined it.
Does the defense have anything to add to this?
It's true. When I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up.
It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we could safely say that Darian Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged.
Which means that Lemoire was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true.
Very well. Of course, if we disregard her testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections...
Apollo, if he declares a verdict now...
But Professor? Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight.
Lemoire might have been lying to protect Machi. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center?
Wingding?
About the kiss? What about the kiss?
He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouche's death.
Wingding.
This meeting's over.
Darian!
Machi was trying to tell us something. I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him. Under oath. Okay. Maybe it's not a good idea to wait for Blinks. Very well. The court finds a defendant. What was his name again? Objection! Your Honor! No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquise or Mr. Justice. Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness. Exactly who else do you need to hear from? A witness who, until now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English. You don't mean? I do. The defense calls defendant Machi Tobaye to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English. We'll use an interpreter. Interpreter, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases, such as I love you and where is the toilet? But you read the Virginian newspaper, didn't you? Or did you just get a copy of it, knowing that you can't read it? The defense would like to request Lemore as the interpreter. Lemore? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie? This is most unusual. Ha. Bravo, Air Forehead. Air Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lemore lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal. Finally, some progress. Bailiff, please show the defendant and Lemore to the witness stand.
Now they're all cramped in the witness stand.
I suppose there was a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with, if you would, Lemore.
Yes. He says Machi Tobaye, the defendant.
This is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular.
So far, so good.
Very well. Mr. Justice, if you would.
Uh-huh. If I would what, Your Honor?
Would what? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about?
What do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought that far yet. Apollo! Aren't you gonna ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday?
How can I if I don't know what he was saying?
Excuse me, a moment, if I might speak.
Yes, Lemore?
Just now, Machi said there is something he wishes to testify.
Machi wants to testify about something? What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about?
One moment, please. Wingding, 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 wingding.
The suspense is killing me.
Wingding, 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 wingding.
What? What?
Wingding, wingding,
wingding, wingding. Well, Lemore?
According to Machi, he has proof of his innocence.
What? Oh, I bit my tongue. What the hell? How did I bit my tongue from doing that? This is a surprise.
Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it!
You haven't even heard his proof yet.
This is sounding too good to believe, and I know what that usually means.
Well, if that's true, then this is final testimony. Lemore, I mean Machi, please testify to the court.
Wingding, wingding. Very well. He says that word of Mr. Letus's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, I, that is he, could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
That's not a fucking good enough reason, Machi, you stupid fuck. I see. He wouldn't have understood the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely. I wondered what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Lemore to know the meaning of that song. Lemore, did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him?
I did tell him generally what the song was about, but never in so much detail, and he never asked.
Has my oft-repeated warning already fled the forehead? Lemore might be protecting the witness.
What? Oh, that voice was confused. That voice confused me. What was I trying to do there?
Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would.
Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony. I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. We gotta proceed, motherfuckers! It worked yesterday, it'll work today.
Bum bum ba bum bum. He says that words of Mr. Letus's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, I, that is, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. I think it's this one, maybe? I think I just have to stare at his eyes or something? Oops. Is it the eye? There you go. Gotcha. There it is. I came prepared. I do love how they show the correct answer as pointing in the middle of his face as though like... Never mind. Machi, you can't fool my eyes. You glanced towards her the very moment Lemore said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me. Machi, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. Wingding, wingding, wingding?
Wingding, wingding, wingding. Must he continue this charade?
Mr. Justice, Machi says this. I know the word English.
Huh?
Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name of this language, that is all.
What? Give me a break!
Is that such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol, for instance?
Well, yeah, but...
I am sorry, but he truly does not understand your language.
Well, then explain this! How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad?
I have no choice, it's my job, otherwise people get found guilty for crimes they didn't commit.
It is simple, so simple it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper.
The newspaper?
The Virginian Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know.
First of all, he wouldn't have any way to buy it anyway. He's been in fucking jail this entire time. How did he get a fucking Virginian newspaper in a fucking jail cell? And even if he requested it, who would he have requested it from? The prison guard? The guard doesn't speak Virginian.
They have already begun to report about this case in our homeland.
I was right.
What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes, they are quite fused all of a sudden.
Machi is lying. Maybe it's time to show them proof that he's lying. The Borjanian newspaper. Where is it? Borjan? Beep, beep. I have here a Borjanian newspaper. The Borjanian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Is that how you say that word, bugle? I'm thinking of the chips. But is that how you pronounce it? It doesn't look like it should be bugle. It looks like it should be bugle or something. But, whatever. Is it? Whatever. Ugh. Indeed, there is a featured article about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics.
What? What is this all about?
I'm sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read what? You couldn't have read about the lyrics in the Virginian newspaper. My stomach! I mean, wingding!